Hello, everyone, and welcome to Claret and Booze. Again, it's not a daily ramble. This is a match reaction. I'm still waiting for the game to finish, to be quite honest. I just thought I'd jump on now and do it. It's 5-0. They've just literally scored. Vinicius, wrapped up. What an embarrassment. What an embarrassing game. Unbelievable. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We're trying to reach 10K. Drop a like on the video. Okay, let's get stuck into this. I'm going to try not to get distracted by the end of this game. We're on 90 minutes at the moment. Oh no, do you know what? I'm going to close it. If I miss a goal, I miss a goal. Sod it. Who cares? Absolute embarrassment. I thought we started really, really well. There were a couple of changes. You had Emerson that was benched for Cresswell because apparently he's not been feeling very well, and Fornals came in for Alvarez. So we had a midfield three of Souček, Fornals, and James Ward-Prowse, which worried me a bit because no Alvarez. I thought, oh God, what's going to happen there? Other than that, it was it was the same team. We had a front three, or I think we did, of Paqueta, Bowen, and Kudus. And for 10 minutes, I even tweeted some positivity after 10 minutes of football. I thought we looked good. We was on the front foot. But I am aware that Fulham do start the game a little bit controlled. They tend not to sort of pile in early on, and the game was more or less played in their third of the pitch for 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. I don't know whether it coincided with Cresswell's yellow card. I don't know. It weren't his fault. I mean, he shouldn't have got a yellow card for that, knocking it out of Silva's hand. It just all changed, and the minute Fulham got on the ball and they started playing, we had no midfield whatsoever. It was as we've been stuffed in almost every midfield battle this season. And again, I'm not going to blame James Ward-Prowse because James Ward-Prowse had a decent game in spells. But when you've got James Ward-Prowse sitting and holding, which is what happened once they scored, Souček started marauding up the field early on. You had Souček at the base. Then it all changed around. Like 1 minute, I think the midfield three at the start, the shape was Souček, James Ward-Prowse, and Fornals in front with Paqueta sort of the left of the three up front, and then all of a sudden Fornals is out wide left, Paqueta's in the middle, James Ward-Prowse is back central. So there was what was going on? And we just completely and utterly gave up. And do you know something? This was coming. I've been saying for ages that we've been lucky that teams have been coming at us creating shitloads of chances and they have not been putting us to the sword. Against Spurs, we should have been blown off the park in that first half. It's been, Aston Villa did it to us, but this was an embarrassment. 5-0. Like I say, I don't know what the final score is going to be. It was 89 minutes when I turned it off. It was 5-0 then. But this has been coming. And bearing in mind, before this game, we had a chance to go 6th or 7th. We had a chance there. David Moyes comes out in a press conference and just completely dismisses that. No. It's beyond us. You can't expect to be competing with the likes of Aston Villa because, it's resources. Resources, Dave. You spent the same money as Emery in the same period. They was worse than us. When he came in, they was below us. They've just fucking run away. Whoever we play against that can play football outplay us. We do win some games, but this was going to happen. We got absolutely destroyed. Destroyed. No midfield whatsoever. I'm not going to blame the fullbacks. It's just you can see, I've said it before, it's like there's no coaching to our play. And once it starts going to crap, that is it. If we come up against a team that start hitting and converting the chances that they put away, I mean, yeah, you could say there was a few mistakes, like the ball out from Aguirre up to Kudus, which broke down. Well, I'm not being funny. I'm not blaming Kudus. But if that's a target, man, a big guy, he comes to that ball, he holds it up. Kudus just got shrugged off. We've got no focal point in that team. None. Because we didn't need a striker, did we, Moyes? We didn't need one. No, of course we didn't. And look, I'm not being funny as well. I weren't gonna release this story because I had a phone call after the Spurs game, and the fact of the matter is there was a massive change at half-time. And what we was told after the Spurs game, it was a guy that I get a lot of my information from, was that it was like World War III at half-time, and we had senior players, top senior players, I don't know which ones, that were basically saying, we can't do this, we're going to get killed, I don't want to go out for the second half if we're going to play the same way. So it was kind of forced on by the players. Moyes did get on board with it and allowed the change of style, and he allowed a press, but basically they were saying, we've got to go at them, why are we sitting back, why are we inviting them on? And it kind of showed, Tottenham, they're like a fucking kitchen apron. They're all front and no back. Go at them. Go at them, exploit their weaknesses. But today we played against a team that haven't really got many weaknesses. They're just a better team, not better player for player. No way are Fulham better player for player, but a way better football team. And there is a difference. There is a difference between having a good manager who knows how to get the best out of the team and having a manager who doesn't. Having a manager who's just got a collection of fucking superstars at his disposal, but he don't know what to do with them. He don't know what to do with them. I'm not going to run through all the goals because it's just, I know people are going to pick on, Polina, who was phenomenal today. He really, really was. We needed Alvarez because Polina just bossed that midfield. But it's not the first time that we've lost a midfield battle. We've lost every midfield battle just recently. Every one. James Ward-Prowse buzzes about. He's busy, but he ain't got the physical size to be a CDM, which is where he was playing. He's an advanced player, playing further up where we can use his poaching ability and his passing. But absolute joke. That is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's always one step forward, 2 steps. That was fucking 5 steps back. I know it ain't affected where we are on the table. I know it's a cushion. I know I said in the preview, if I could pick one out of Fulham and Freiburg, I'd pick the Freiburg game. But that don't mean go and get beat 5-0 away at Fulham. When David Moyes comes out and completely dismisses 6th place, when he does that doesn't just sort of bring the mood of the fans down. It probably affects the players as well. Whether he means it or not, I don't know. But when you come out and say that is your target, Dave. You spent almost $500 million, mate. You're not overachieving now. We're not asking you, because all he does is lower expectations, Moyes. That's all he does. Because he wants to overachieve. He don't want anyone to expect anything of him. So that he can always get a pat on the fucking back, I suppose. Well, no. We expect this now, Moyes. You spent almost $500 million. We've been outplayed so many times this season. And this ain't going to be the last time we get battered. It's not. We're going to come up against teams that are going to be on the ball, that are going to turn their chances away that they create, and we're going to get blown off the park. We will win some games. Of course we will. But this is just fucking shit. Like I said, I was positive. I even put a positive tweet out on Twitter. And I said best 10 minutes of football I've seen this season. Because it was. We was on the front foot. It looked good. But we was just being lured into a false sense of security by them. That's all that happened. Because the minute they got on the ball and started progressing up the field, game over. Game over. That referee, 100%, he's blowing a rape whistle for full time. We've been absolutely battered. Embarrassed by Fulham. Who are a good team. They're good. But this is Fulham. They haven't got fucking world-class players playing for them. They're just a brilliantly coached team. This is such a waste, honestly. We've got to now, after a 5-0 battering, we've now got to go and play Freiburg. We've got to go and play Freiburg, hopefully get a win. Because if we don't, we've got to play a qualifier, a Champions League team that are going to drop down in that. And then we've got Liverpool. So in 2 weeks' time, where everyone's been saying, we're in 9th place, we're 3 points off 6, we're in the quarterfinals of the so-and-so, we're in this and that, it could all change like that. This is what I'm saying. So at what point, it's too late now anyway, I'm not going to talk about that. He ain't going anywhere. He's not going anywhere, he's not. If he does, it will be when there is nothing left to play for. Nothing. But what a waste. The players that we had out there today on the pitch, even though we was missing a couple, they're brilliant players. Bowen, Kudus, Paqueta, but they all look shit. All of them. I said it before. Emery, when he came into Aston Villa, so many players that looked rubbish. Then he came in, turns Watkins into a top-class striker. Because they look different under a manager who knows how to get the best out of them. What Postecoglou's done with a lot of the original players that looked shit before for Spurs. They look better now. One way of playing, one style, loads of fucking square pegs in round holes. It's no wonder we've got players underperforming. And I tell you what he can't do. He can't blame the fans in this one, like he did in the last game where we played on a Sunday. Because they were in full voice, even at 4-0. Those fans were singing their arses off the whole way through. So it's got nothing to do with support, is it, Moyes? But everything to do with your shitty fucking tactics. I know we've got fixture congestion. I know we've got games every three days. Fulham have as well. This is their 3rd game in about 8 days. The same thing. Full of energy. But because of the way that they play, they're not chasing shadows all game. They knock the ball about. They know what they're doing. It isn't as exhausting. What we do must be fucking mentally and physically draining. Because you just got the players shoved onto the pitch, and half the time they're just running around in circles, chasing the ball. Absolute shit. Shit. Like I say, we took the donkey off Moyes on Sunday, like we did after the Arsenal game. Same in that one. He won that game. Shit at Brentford. Donkey straight back on. Well, guess what's happening tonight? Guess what's happening tonight? It was an absolute embarrassment. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that word, but it was. It was. Fulham are a good team, but we ain't Nottingham Forest. They've just done to us what they did to Nottingham Forest, whose manager's just been sacked. Or getting sacked. Has he been sacked? Should be sacked anyway. But yeah. Shit. Our manager ain't getting sacked, though. Don't worry. He's here for the long haul. He won us a trophy. I don't know what more to say. I'm not going to analyse the game because it doesn't deserve analysing. Shit tactically. Shit, shit, shit. We got what we deserved. We were beaten by the far better team. The far better team. Well done, Fulham. And fuck off, Moyes, once again.